Welcome to another edition of Windrose. Today I'm going to show you part 1 of 5 of my tavern build. Right now you're looking at my commerce zone. There's the trade center. It's my business. Over there is the Merchants Guild. And the bell tower. Yep, right there. Anyways, we're going to go over to the agricultural zone, and I will show you how I built the tavern. Just like a quick jump. Okay, there's my mill, my corn mill. I'm going to build a tavern right here. This is the agricultural zone, so this is not the Ritchie area. This is basically going to be for the ships that are going to be docking overnight. The officers might want a nice comfortable bed. So it's not Slumville, but it's not the Ritz. So it's the middle of the road, a middle class tavern, nice and neat, small, 2 rooms on the top, common area, and a bar on the bottom. Drinking food, that's what it's for. So right now I'm just laying out the location of the tavern, and I'm going to build the common area first. And then off to one side will be the bar / restaurant cooking area. Over to the left will be the stairs up to the 2nd floor. So gotta figure out how big I'm gonna make this. And common sizes of a room would be 6 by 6 tiles. These are the 2 unit tiles, so it would actually be 12 units, 12 single units, or 6 of these double units. A 6 by 6 is a pretty common, it's kind of tight. That mill is 6 by 6 right over there. 8 by 8 is comfortable. So I'm going to try to squeeze out an 8 by 8 common area room in this area. We'll see what we can do here. Planning out the foundation is the key. You screw this up, you're going to screw it up all the way up to the roof. So take your time, get this right. Nice foundation. The right size. Of course, if you make some mistake, don't worry. You get all your resources back. So don't be afraid to make a mistake. Anyways, that's 6. It's 6 by 6, I believe. Yep. I think that's what we're going to do here. Yeah, that's the center of the space. I want the door in the center, so for some reason these characters won't walk through a regular sized door. So you have to get an arch. And that's pretty small. See something bigger. I like this door, but I use it a lot on the warehouses. So I'm gonna get something else. These doors have a hard time snapping. So build up your walls. You have an easier time snapping that door into the location. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to have some windows. So I'm using one unit tile, or just one tile, to set the windows up off of the road. And that seems to work out pretty good for the size of these characters. So if you want to build a window, get a single tile. Or you can just fill it with brick. I don't know why I didn't put the window in just now, but there you have it. So I guess I'm getting the size down, make sure the size is right. Over the shutter. Shutters are pretty common down in the Caribbean, Cape the Carolinas, Georgia. Those are pretty much all the same environments. And this is the middle, like I said, middle class tavern, so we're not going to have fancy windows. So I think shadows are a good choice in this situation. Here's a little quick tip. When you put a window, make sure that the hinges are facing out or facing in the direction you want those windows to open. So I decided to set the door in You need some separation between the doors and the windows, or the front face, the front facade. You need some dimension. So here we go. Now coming into our space here. So now our 6x6 area just got smaller. So I have to keep that in mind. And I'm not too concerned with the top right now. I'll fine tune it. Right now I'm doing the layout. A lot of this can change. I'm just getting everything in place. I want the elements in place so the scale is correct. I want to be able to get tables in here without it being too crowded. So I'm testing out the space. How big is it? And in order to do that, I need the walls. But I don't need the finished walls. So this is all testing. The testing phase. And like I said, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Destroy it. You get all your resources back. So you can experiment. It's looking pretty small. Might have to just go with it. I need to get a fireplace in here. Every tavern needs a fireplace. Right? You need some old man with a big old white beard sitting by the fireplace telling stories. It's gotta have a fireplace. So let's work that out. Want it centered. Right about there. Oh crap, I'm out of resources. Oh, bear with me. Let me go run and get some stuff. This is my industrial zone. Warehouses. Here's my powder shop. Blacksmith is over there to the right. Linens. My apothecary. Here's my foundry. That's where I get all my metals. Here's my copper mine. Little garden for the apothecary shop. Growing those peppers for that grog. Here's my warehouse, my general store. Store my stones, wood, fiber, plant fiber, clay, stuff like that. Might as well get this now before I get into the creative flow. Alright, let's get back. Okay, we're doing the fireplace. Okay, I gotta figure out the placement here. So I'm not gonna build that fireplace surround that the game comes with. It's too fancy for this location. So I'm gonna just build the fireplace from scratch. And I find that if you go 3 tiles up, it's a good standard fireplace box. And now just come around the back here, we'll close it in. And then we'll finish the front. It's really easy. You can build these fireplaces really easy. So this too flat. There needs to be a separation between that fireplace and the back wall. The question is, do I bring it out into the room, or do I take the wall back? You just have to experiment. I'm going to bring it into the room. That's gonna work. Let's see what it looks like. Let's experiment here. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna turn around so you don't see the fancy. It'll be a plain. That's what I'm going for. See if we can make that happen. Okay, that's good. We don't have all that fancy scroll work. I need some iron. Now, I've got some iron. I'm just gonna slap down the bench and make some. That's better. Okay, so there you have it. The common area. Stick around for part 2 where we'll build the bar area.